The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve. As I'm sure you all know, Trump's return to the White House comes at a critical moment for America's energy future. We're experiencing an unprecedented demand for reliable power to fuel up incoming technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing. And the key here is that from the standpoint of the law of supply and demand, the energy demands are expected to grow exponentially over the coming years. Now, to explain why we're so far behind in all this, well, I doubt you'll be surprised to learn that during the Biden administration, the Democrats went far left in a failed attempt to excite their political base by pushing unrealistic dreams of an electric grid powered merely by unpredictable wind and solar. But thankfully, because of you and what you did on November the 5th, the MAGA movement is here to save us. Gang, Trump understands that our energy security, our technological edge, our national security, they're all at stake and they're all bound up with one another. We're already seeing the priority that the new administration is placing on good energy policy with the announcement of the brand new National Energy Council. Listen, the amount of energy used by AI data centers alone is expected to skyrocket over the next decade. Every time a new technology is announced or there's a breakthrough in quantum computing, there's a corresponding increase in energy demand. Now, other countries around the world, particularly China, are building massive data centers along with the energy infrastructure necessary to power advancements in AI. Meanwhile, America's energy sector has been hamstrung for 4 long years by policymaking that sought to restrict and contract energy production rather than unlock its full potential. So what does all of that mean for you? How can you take advantage of the MAGA golden age energy explosion on the horizon? Remember in 2016, how many of us sat on the sidelines and didn't take advantage of what was to become a booming economy? Well, we're looking at a potential boom that's going to make Trump's first term look tame by comparison. Joining me today is one of my favorite stock guys in the world, Mark Wilburn of the Naos Capital Management Group. And listen, gang, if you want to learn just exactly how to take advantage of the coming golden age in your finances, Mark is hosting a free online training, actually 2, one on January the 23rd at 4 p.m. or January 25th at 11 a.m. Take your pick. Either way, if you want to take advantage of this economic boom, joining Mark at his free training is going to be crucial. Click on that link below or scan the QR code and get registered right now. Don't wait. You're going to absolutely love it. Mark, welcome back, man. Great to see you again.
Dr. Steve, it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for all that you've done to help push this movement, by the way. I know you and all the patriots that listen to you, it's why we have this opportunity that's before us in the first place.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, 'cause you and I, we've been hanging out a lot together since, what's over a year or so. But it's always been during the bleak Biden years,
Right.
the cold of
Right.
winter, as it were. I think this is the first time we've talked since November 5th. Just on a personal level, what are you most excited about in the coming months?
I feel like we're about to get everything turned in the right direction once again.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to use movie analogies, but in the Avengers, when Thanos snapped, I feel like we're about to replace everything that was snapped under the Biden regime. I'm a geek like that, but
Yeah, I love it.
I really do. I feel like everything that we missed out on is about to be replaced, and we haven't missed the boat because we will be propelled forward. Like, there's so much hope in 2025 from every person I talk to. And so I look at that and that just excites me. It does.
And the astonishing thing is, if you think it through, I don't think Trump could have done anything like what he did in his first term had he won in 2020. In the second term, he had so much of Washington against him, even in his own party. Just the entire establishment and COVID insanity, the BLM insanity. He would have been hamstrung every step of the way. It just seems like we needed this bleak winter,
Right.
as it were, in order to unleash the beast, as it were.
I completely agree with that. He would, in every sense of the term, been a lame duck.
Yep.
And coming into the second term, it doesn't feel lame duck at all. It feels like someone with energy, innovation, and a mind to propel us forward where we need to go. And there's a lot of excitement brewing there. And so,
if anything, it's
he's
inverted.
got the House, he's got the Senate, he's got everything he needs this time.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have, like, to your point.
Yeah, no, and it feels like this. It's this strange kind of quantum sort of inversion, right? Because it makes his first term almost look like his lame duck, because I think they were acting that way. They thought they could take him out in 2020, so they were treating him like a lame duck, and he had no real political power. Ted Cruz hated him back then. He even Rand Paul couldn't stand. Marco Rubio, he defeated all of them in the primary. And I don't think they ever quite forgave him. Well, now it's a whole new story. This is his party. Like you said, he's got the House, he's got the Senate, he's got the majority of governorships, he's got the rising red economy, like we were talking about. I mean, he's got Elon with him. He's got RFK, Tulsi, JD. They're all there with him now. This is Doge. I mean, it's crazy. It's like it's his first term again.
It's hard to deny God's hand.
Yes, amen.
Orchestrating it.
Yeah,
truly. And
amen.
Amen. We were talking beforehand about not just with the red wave, but like the rise of morality coming back to America, the rise of Christian values coming back to America. And so I can see, even in the bleak of times, how God's orchestrated these events to put us in a place that is, to quote scripture, exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think. So I don't think any of us in 2020 could have this kind of hope, this kind of expectation that we have now in 2024, 2025.
That's so well said. I mean, that's so well said. And if J13 in Butler, Pennsylvania, if that wasn't a bona fide miracle to tell us, hey, guys, I've got this. This is all happening according to plan, and you're a part of it. It's amazing. Well, let's talk energy. I mean, you're on the front lines of this, particularly in the realm of energy investment. So what do you see happening in the energy sector once Trump assumes office?
Well, this is a very critical moment for America and for our success. You had mentioned earlier about AI, computing, everything that's coming, that we have to be able to power that. It reminds me kind of like the Industrial Revolution in Europe. Europe grasped that, and that's why they led the world for so long. Well, then if you look at America, the railroad, all the tech institution here, we led there because we embraced it. This energy revolution is the marriage between tech and energy, and we have to be able to power it in order to keep leading.
Yeah. I guess I should ask, by contrast, from your vantage point, how bad has the energy sector been under Biden? How badly did it suffer?
It was devastating. He banned fracking. I mean, he came in with this woke ideology. So he removes fracking. He takes away the Keystone Pipeline.
Yeah.
And they wanted to do wind and solar, which if you do wind, you still need petrol. Right. You still need the oil.
Right.
But they weren't willing to give the oil. So it was like this lunatic cycle that would just spiral us down. He depleted all of our national oil reserves that Trump actually increased under his leadership. And so it was terrible. And I really believe it hamstrung America, and had Harris won, we'd be in checkmate.
Yep. How do you think this was allowed to happen? How did we get there? Is it just a matter of is it just the 24/7 propaganda, the pro-green propaganda that we're getting. I mean, Europe is certainly, well, even they're turning away from this. The green parties are collapsing all over the place, but they're collapsing because they got they were so supported for so long. How do we get here?
You ever heard the phrase, the road to hell's paved with good intentions?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that's the leftist policy on energy.
Yeah.
We've got these good intentions. They just don't work. You want to preserve the planet. You want to have something that's renewable. Great. Go to something that's renewable and sustainable, which is why nuclear has taken off as much as it has. And Trump has been a big proponent of that, which is why we've encouraged people on your program to invest in that. But those left policies, they left us vulnerable. And you've got these wind turbines that they look ugly. They kill tons of birds. They require massive amounts of energy. And again, they just want to keep going down that road when it's obviously leading off a cliff.
Right. Yeah. And they have this, they're operating by an old binary model that it seems like people like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and Vivek are all destroying. Even JD, they're all destroyed. The new tech right, as they're called, is destroying. And that is that if you wanna quote save the environment, protect the environment, you have to be anti-innovation in industry. And what the new tech right is saying is no, it's actually they're interwoven. Innovation in industry can be harnessed in such a way so as to actually enhance and heal and help the environment surge. They're not opposites. It's this old kind of like 19th century binary. So the irony is the progressives are the ones who are who are the old fashioned left behind stuff. The new the exciting new visionaries for the future, ironically, are on the right.
It is a shift from what was.
Yeah,
for sure. It is a shift from what was, and you can do more with better tech.
Right.
One of the sectors that we've seen do really well is the nuclear sector. This is a very clear niche to keep an eye on that I think can continue to surge, which is why we've continued to invest in it.
Mark, are you saying we're being unburdened from what has been?
We're unburdened by what has been. Yes,
we are unburdened from what. Maybe she was a prophet. Who knows? But she didn't know it. It's being fulfilled, but in a way, maybe like Balaam's ass. I don't know. Sorry.
The last part of that word was right. Oh.
All right. So we got Trump coming into office.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, you're on the front lines of this. What do you see on the horizon for the markets? What do we're throwing around the golden age moniker quite a bit. Do you see it? Do you see a possibility this is a real new golden age that could be rising?
100%. 100%. We are seeing a resurgence in the energy markets. We know Trump's going to come in and start drilling again. If you remember when he left, we were energy independent.
Right.
I think we're going to strike deals to get the pipeline revised. I think we're going to continue to frack. I think we're going to fill up the oil reserves. Here's the thing about it. You have to have it to make the parts.
Right.
Nuclear is going to play a massive, massive role. And we know that because Amazon has put $500 million into developing reactors.
Wow.
Google has made hundreds of millions of dollars investment in developing reactors to sustain the technologies that they are building.
Right.
And so again, if we want to be on these front lines and we want to be not just a global player, but the dominant player, which that's America. We're innovative and we're dominant. We win. America wins.
Right.
And if we want to keep doing that, these are the things and the steps that we have to take. But a lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people believe that the upcoming energy sector will dwarf the tech sector because tech needs it to grow, which to me is astounding. To me, that's astounding. I see it. My personal belief is it's a marriage where they're both going to go up together. that the AI is going to go up with the energy, but there is huge, huge opportunity. Quantum computing has to have it. Cryptocurrency has to have it. And so we got to rebuild it.
Yep. So, all right, bottom line, man, this is what you do. So how could people take advantage of the growing markets here? What do they need to know? What should they do?
You need to understand where the growth is coming in the sectors that are growing, how to strategically invest in those. And so, like, think about real estate. If you were a real estate investor in 2011, 12, 13, you look like a genius today. If you were an investor in tech or NVIDIA in those same years, in AI, you look like a genius today. And so there's different sectors that you can invest in. You don't have to go directly into stocks, although you can. And, some of the trades that we've put on here, I think NNE was up 200+%. Before we had another company that we put out, SMR, that was up 240% return since people invested in it. But it's being strategic. It's being strategic and knowing how to invest in that.
So you have two upcoming free online trainings people can enjoy from the comfort of their own couch. Could you give us a little bit of a sneak peek and what to expect if we just click on the link below and register for that?
Absolutely. What we're going to show you is how to be strategic in that. It's one thing to know what to buy. It's a whole nother thing of knowing when to sell what you bought.
Right.
And we're going to show you exactly step by step what you can do there so that you can capitalize on some of those big returns for yourself. Like the two I just mentioned with NNE and SMR that we gave, I think back in August, September, when we did our first event with you. They're up 200+%. And we showed everyone, hey, this is where we're getting in. This is where we want to buy it at.
Right.
And so we're going to go through things like that exclusively for your listeners.
Oh, it's awesome. And I love your free trainings. I love you're just a wealth of knowledge, gang. I mean, if you want to learn just exactly how to take advantage of the coming golden age in your finances, you do not want to miss Mark's free online training. Again, there's two he's doing: January 23rd at 4 p.m. or January 25th at 11 a.m. Take your pick. Either way, if you want to take advantage of this economic boom, and it is coming, join Mark at his free training. And so that it's going to be absolutely crucial. Click on the link below or scan the QR code, get registered, gang, and let's do it. Let's make 2025 the golden era for ourselves, for our families, our loved ones, and for our nation. It's going to be unbelievable. Mark, thanks again for coming on. I can't wait to get updates from you on the new golden age. You're precisely the kind of person who's on the front lines of it. And you're like the leading indicator to show me how well things are doing. So I know this is going to be absolutely epic. Come on back soon. We love you.
Absolutely. One last thing, if I may, we are offering a free gift to anyone who registers. It is a brand new training that we've put together to increase your financial IQ. All you got to do is register for the event. Whether you come or don't, you'll still get that free training. And it's going to go for the next couple of months. And it's just small snippets that'll increase your financial IQ and help make this a reality for you.
I love it. Oh, gang. Yeah. Just click on the link below. Sign up for either one, January 23rd or 25th. And then you're going to get that wonderful free resource. Going to make 2025 the best year ever. You're the best, man. Come back soon.
Dr. Steve.
You bet. Thanks, Mark.